Hello students, and welcome to week 2. In week 2, we are going to be discussing the moment of truth concept. The moment of truth concept is when you form an automatic opinion of an establishment before you receive any goods or services of that operation. For example, if I drive up to an operation and I see that there's clutter on the side of their street, or if I notice that it's very dimly lit and it's hard to tell if they're open, or maybe they have really dirty windows and smudges all over their door frame that I use when I enter in. That's going to give me a negative impression automatically before I even step foot in there, before I even talk to any staff members, and before I even purchase any goods from them. On the flip side, if I go into an operation and I see that the carpet is cleanly vacuumed, there's a wonderful, clean, fresh smell in there, their staff members are dressed professionally, then I'm going to have a positive impression of that establishment, and it's going to help enhance my customer service experience that I have with them. So with that moment of truth concept and those impressions that we're building on an operation, we're going to go ahead and do an activity that's going to help create some interest and an exciting way for us to dive further into that concept. So in this activity, I will have on our projector screen 5 different establishments. And in those pictures, you'll see some exterior, which are the outside, and some interior, which is the inside, examples of those. You guys will have groups of 3 to 5 students that I will break you into, and then you're going to work in your groups and discuss what opinion you're forming from those set of pictures that you're going to have presented to you. Once you guys form that opinion and discuss in your team, I want you to write down specifics of how you came to that conclusion. So give me details and give real rationalization of how you came to that opinion, such as the ones that I listed in my example with the dirty windows and the carpet and the staff members and how they look. So have a really good detailed eye when you experience these and envision yourself as that person who's that first time seeing this business. What would you think of that business if that was the first time you saw it? After you guys work in your groups and discuss those and write down the specifics, we'll then talk as a whole class on what conclusion you came to. Then I'm going to ask each student to provide an example that was a recent one from their own experiences of a situation that they encountered where they went to an operation and they had a positive or negative impression. And I want the same thing that you're doing in your collaboration where you're giving me specific details of that. Because those are the reasons that we're talking about the moment of truth, and we're going to look at it from a managerial standpoint of how we can control those things in our environment. So in our groups, I will go ahead and divide you guys into teams. Now, if one of your team members forms a different opinion than you, then that is great because that's how we learn. That's how you're able to share comparative points of views within a professional environment. So I want to remind students that we are in an academic and professional classroom where your participation does count towards this activity. So if you have a different opinion than another student, then appropriately express how you came to your conclusion and they can express how they came to theirs, so you guys can form then a team group and compare both points of views to get a really good end result on your reasoning. So I will go ahead and break you guys into your teams and then we'll begin our lesson.